I'm trying to put it out. Hey, I've been attacked by a vermin. There's, etc.
Oh dear, shots fired. But
I'm not firing shots. I'm reacting to what you're doing. Apparently, you've got.
Don't need to. Stormless shoots himself.
Apparently, exactly.
All right, game is.
Yes.
Oh, actually, let me do the scores. Let's be. We want to do that.
0-0.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks for letting me know. Cheers.
Stop being sarcastic. You need all the help you can get.
Oh, there's me. I'm like looking at 1 and 0, thinking which one to press.
You need all the help. You're now going to want to change the scene into the game scene.
All right, I'll just do that right now. Hello everybody, welcome to our second of the round 2 series. That's right, after a crushing defeat for Kimbo against Von Ivan, we're now presented with, again, Crossroads, and this time playing from the south side of God, I'm sick of saying this, it's going to be the Soviet faction played by Jeslin.
That's right, the players have once again chosen Crossroads as their map. So it's not us choosing this map every game, it's the players. They deem this the most balanced map to play their tournaments on. And Jeslin is playing against, in the north side, Hulksmash. He is a Co-1 pro, a 2v2 specialist that got good at 1v1 at exactly the wrong time when Co-1 was in the middle of dying. And he's now playing Co-2. Like a lot of Co-1 players have transitioned late to playing, and he's going to try his best to get good in time to show us what he's got in GCS2.
I think the transition of Co-1 players into Co-2, once, when first Co-2 came out, it wasn't great. Do you know what I mean? It was a kind of like a really awkward feel to it for Co-1 players. But actually, since the game's had loads of work done to it, and then these players come back, actually there's been some really, really cool things and some, some eye-openers on strategies and just the style of gameplay, which I really, really like. So it's a pleasure to see Co-1 players getting back into Company of Heroes 2. It is much better than its original release state.
Exactly.
We see some great games from these players.
So Hulksmash's journey to be in this position was that he won the wild card tournament last time. That's 2 weeks ago during Barbarossa. There was also a side tournament going on to decide who would be seeded into the player pool. And Hulksmash gained entry the hard way and in pretty emphatic fashion against Brickman. So let's see if he has what it takes. He's got a tough tail, though, by the way. Oh, and sorry, just to continue that, Theodosios had real-life problems, so Hulksmash did not beat Theodosios in round 1. Theodosios had to go somewhere, which gave Hulksmash the bye.
Poor Theo. Yeah, real-life issues. It's fair enough, though, isn't it? I mean, Theo played well. Previous weeks, he's racked up some points. I'm sure he'll do. I'm sure he'll do well.
If you just remembered he needs to go food shopping, that's not a valid reason. If there's been an elephant attack in his village in Germany, that would be valid. So it depends what it is. We've got penal battalions jumping in. Jeslin has gone for a penal battalion build, much like he did in those earlier games. God, those games against CS were interesting. And he's up against Hulksmash's 3 Grenadier MG. Not too much you can say about this, Dan. It is pretty much tournament meta right now.
Yeah, no surprises. No surprises at all. Hey, I'm sorry to do this now. I'm just concerned about one little thing.
Go on.
There's still comments about the brightness of the game. Do you mind if I just change it?
I'll make that a decision for you. Hang on a second. It's absolutely fine. It's the same as on my screen. I've got your screen on my second monitor. And my screen on my first monitor, and they are identical. I cannot tell the difference. So maybe it was a problem.
I just want to show everyone as well that the brightness is actually very low. So it's
yeah.
Okay. But anyway, that's cool. Adjust your monitors, people.
Sniper in the build for Jeslin. He's going to be going for that now. That's not a bad idea against 2 MGs, especially by Hulksmash. This is a Code 1 player for you. That's pretty much a Wehrmacht standard on an open map like this. To get the 2 MGs, you don't see too much of it in Code 2. Well, you do see it, but it was definitely a lot more prevalent in the first game in the series. And Wehrmacht comparisons are relevant because they're very similar factions in both games.
I really like the addition of the sniper early on, especially with double MGs. Hulksmash is about to get a little bit of a surprise here. When you do invest, like so much into the infantry, into the machine guns, the grenadiers, then it's now slower to get those tiers up. It's slower to both reinforce and get the scout car out. Just see Battle Phase 1 coming in. He's also investing in healing early on, and I think this is a mistake because he needs to get that scout car out as the priority. Got to bank your manpower for that.
Pioneers already in base, putting the bunker down, so Hulksmash has been punished in this early game. He's now got no territories. Jesulin is feeling powerful. He's feeling dominant. And, save that, but we just saw an excellent rifle grenade. And now Jesulin is trying to backpedal. He's trying to soft retreat before he hard retreats, so the algorithm takes him on a pleasant path, but it did not! It did not! And the grenadier shot him in the face.
Wow, it's those are exactly the kind of plays you want, especially when you're fighting from your opponent's side of the map. You've got to enjoy that lovely retreat path. Jesulin's going to want to try and close the gap now, try and get a revenge kill, and he's actually got the sniper lined up to do it. I actually predict we could see something. Does he have the sniper in range? Oh, it just misses the shot. Great positioning though. Really good positioning to make that chance happen.
It was excellent. I think Jesulin may have a bit of a difficult opponent here. Now let me talk a little bit more background on Hulksmash. This is the first time any of you have probably ever seen him play. Him and his teammate, I forget his teammate's name, wrote a guide to Mixed Allies Co 1 2v2 in 2013. They both didn't like Co 2, so they just carried on playing Co 1 2v2, and they wrote a Bible for playing 2v2s in that game, and it was literally, I promise you, about 500 pages. It had diagrams, pictures, like timings. It had a replay pack that came along with it, and it was like, why on earth have you spent that long making that? Nobody's ever going to read it. But it was amazing. It was like a lost Bible, you know what I mean? And that was the extent that Hulksmash was good at that game. So I know just enough about him to know that he is an analyst. He's a very good player, and he could be a surprise package in GCS2.
Well, we always welcome kind of new additions to top echelons in Code 2. It's, I think it's good to see. It's nice, and they, as I said before, they just bring a fresh style of gameplay to the scene. They don't. You've got a bunch of Code 2 players, the sole Code 2 players, that quite frankly just copy meta, and actually those players I don't think do very well when it comes to the tournament scene. They may do well in auto match, but really is those players with their own play styles that do well.
Yeah, it's a really good point. It's also a lot of mind games as well, and having the secrecy of people not knowing who you are and not having played much against you is actually really powerful. That's why CS nicked a game off Jesulin, and that's why Hulksmash might do the same.
Look at the timing of everything right now. So the scout car's coming out. We've just seen the second squad of guards in from Jesulin, and Jesulin didn't go for the PTRS and the penal battalion this time. I'm guessing that's because of the sniper, isn't it? So he still covered himself very well for the arrival of this scout car. Hulksmash, interested to see what he's going to do with this. I think he knows that guards are available. I'm just kind of interested as what the choice of the scout car say over the flamer half track.
I think it's an interesting one. The fact that he only has 20 munitions probably doesn't help. He's using a lot of rifle nades, so he's had to go for the scout car on account of not having the relevant munitions. And it's still a damn good vehicle. Only costs 200 manpower these days, so it's still a damn fine investment if you can make it work. You can also try and attempt to counter the sniper with it, so it's multifaceted.
I'll tell you one thing that really hasn't worked. He just lost the Pioneers in an engagement before the scout car got on the field there, which means he's actually got to invest in those Pioneers again in order to tech up. So if he wants to tech up, and there we go, he's having to push that investment now. So it's another advantage window for Jesulin where he's going to be building stuff, reinforcing Hulksmash. And I don't know if this is premature. I mean, is he going to use the the Pioneers for minesweeping? Is that what he thinks is going to happen right now?
Yeah, you gotta be able to also repair the 222 as well when it gets damaged.
Second, a real stall to his build order to have to do this right now. Big loss.
Yeah, he's not up against any tanks. He's got the 222 to counter the sniper. The elite infantry should get increasingly countered when the LMGs start rolling out. He's already got one. So as long as he keeps in mind that if the T-70 hits, he needs to have 320 manpower handy to get the Pack 40, Hulksmash should be good. He should be okay, and I think this is a very fair and equitable game at this point.
I mean, Jezelin could go tier 4. It's a very good position for him to do so. I mean, if he's really watching he's really watching his opponent right now and seeing what's on the field. Seeing a late scout car, I think, is like a massive sign that you're ahead in tech. I don't think it would be the worst decision.
He's getting up in his grill right now. He's saying, come at me, bro. He's got a sniper. He's covering for it well with the guards rifle infantry, which is what a lot of players aren't doing when they're trying to copy the DevM Soviet build. Jezelin is a fantastic player when it comes to playing a defensive sniper. We've seen him go 100 kills in tournament play with a sniper before. And just look at this aggression and tenacity shown by the Spaniard.
He's playing really well. When you talk well about the defensive sniper play, the movement is really good. I think it's such a shame we can't track the movement of units, do you know what I mean? Like in a replay or something like that, because to actually see the amount that he's moving the sniper, he's always kind of moving it like in a triangle where he's got 2 units at the front, taking great shots, always predicting a really good moment to do that. Is that... No, that's Telemine. Great grenade there from the guards.
It's a great Telemine as well. It should help him out. I mean, there is a combat engineer without a flamethrower. That could be upgraded to a minesweeper at some point. Pack 40 is now coming up for Hulksmash, so he did have the manpower handy. He's just waited to see if there was a T-70, but now, of course, he's just thinking, well, there probably is going to be one soon, so I might as well get it. But he did well to wait, because there's no point having the Pack 40 on the battlefield doing nothing when you could invest that manpower elsewhere.
I think it's a sensible decision. It's nice that he's following that kind of that kind of rule. He hasn't seen vehicles out in the field yet, but coming up to like 10, 11 minutes, he's very wary of the fact he hasn't got it. Needs something to back up, because if that telemine goes off and there's nothing there, you know, he hasn't got the munitions to Faust it to death.
No.
You know, it's always a big thing. Lovely, by the way, seeing the sniper here. Hold fire. He's just going to wait and see. Let's look at the sight he's got from that. So he kind of knows.
She doesn't know if there's a counter sniper on the field, and I think that's good game sense from Jezelin. He's probably thinking, my opponent hasn't been able to counter me with the 222, so maybe my opponent's thinking to go sniper. So it's just a good idea by Jezelin, showing cunning and wherewithal to think to himself, let's just hang on a second, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Stats there, not looking too uneven. I think it's safe to say Jezelin is probably having the better game so far, but no real holes for Hulksmash. And I really like he's actually investing in the mortar, which will put pressure on the sniper. You know, if he can track it and continually harass it, it's good. He's also going to be able to provide smoke, garrison clearing. Not a bad shout. With the 2 MGs, you know, hold that front line.
See that this mortar's just hit there. Population caps now hit 54 each. This game is exactly even. Other than victory points and a few territory points currently in Jezelin's hands, Hulksmash is right in there. And a lot of people, when they, would have seen, the wildcard bracket winner, Co-1 player that's never really even played Co-2 very much. You just can't count people out in tournaments sometimes. If if they've attained the seed they have, with the amount of work that poor old A's put into the seeding, they probably at least deserve it somewhat. So always be wary of people. Even Crab Chicken the Bidoof, you don't know what people are capable of.
But not Kimbo.
Well, he had seed 19. I mean, I do regret saying, he could be top 6 in the world in my intro, but
10
I was just willing
too
to
high.
You think? I think 19's not right. But, Von Ivan will manhandle a lot of people, in fairness. But, yeah. Less said about that, the better, I guess. So,
by the way, just like, what? Crab and chicken, is that a good mix?
crab chicken, the Bidoof. So I think it might be a mix of a crab and a chicken that also is
Like
also a Pokemon. Or it
Oh, I
could be
see.
some kind of weird South American, South United States built. Sounds like a Louisiana dish. Like, I made you some crab chicken. Thanks, Mama. I don't really like crab chicken. I made it, you. It sounds like something they have there in Memphis or New Orleans or something.
Well, by the way, we were right about that tier 4 from Jeslin. The tier 3 was a skip. He's going to make advantage of that huge lead-in he had. Going to go for a T-34. It's just a standard variant, and I really like the choice. I really like the choice of this. Got great grenades from the guards all round, forcing them out of cover. Penal battalions trying to get into their own green cover positions.
Oh, nice rifle made by Hulksmash just before he retreats. And his retreat, this is a fighting retreat. This is not a panicked retreat. He's getting some good manpower damage off. He's managed to maintain his cutoff, getting his lovely Veterancy 2 Grenadiers with that 40% accuracy buff. And that LMG is going to gun these dirty Strasniki down.
It's the T-34 now on the field. See if that unit's going to close the game early for Jeslin.
What? Close the game early?
I think it could. I mean, really,
No.
like, well,
Absolutely not.
Hulksmash is
Pack 40's
stacking
there. He's got
resources
3
right now.
Grenadiers with Fausts. A T-34-76 is not going to close this game out. No way.
I just look at the resources for Hulksmash. He's
Oh,
not teching. I think he's going to pick a commander maybe with a lake. I think he's going to pick Lightning War. I just think looking at his resources.
It's that. Do you remember we first cast together and it's that Nagano Love Nest semi-final again? And I was like, oh, Nagano's from Co 1. He's going to do great. And you're like, Nagano who? It's that all over again, dude. I guarantee you. This game's got legs. It's
No,
gonna be 40
I'm
minutes.
not saying Hulksmash is doing badly.
You just said the T-34 is going to close the game out for Jeslin.
I think it's got a great
What?
window. I think it's got a great window.
Oh, look at that. The great window smashing past that building, walking into 2-pack 40s. Beautiful stuff. I was reversing past the window. You're right. That is a great window, Dan.
That is great play there, eh? Let's not deny. It's picking great cover lines, true sight, utilizing a code
You
2.
just roll past that hedge as well. So not only windows, but hedges now. I think...
He's concealed behind this tree. I think if you look, true sight will be fully covering that T-Tech. I think it's great play.
This game has got legs. I foresee Jeslin winning, but in a long time. It's going to take him a long time to do so because Hulksmash has really good defensive structures. Saying that, though, what about the Katusha? Could you imagine the damage a Katusha could do right now?
I think a Katusha is always a nice choice when you're pinning your opponent. He's definitely got the resources for it as well. I think that's the key thing. Jeslin has loads to play with. Hulksmash is just banking for something. He hasn't even picked mobile defense, so I should say we're probably going to be right with the... I would hope that we're right. I could go assault support. Either way, it's going to be a Tiger, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, he's getting a sniper now, by the way. That's a bit of a late choice, but it seems like he's going straight in for Tiger. It is a Katusha coming out for big Jezza.
You know what? You know how excited I get about the Katushas when we normally see those, but Jeslin...
Give it a hype introduction then.
I just can't. Jesselin's using it. He just fires it.
Stall in all. Oh right, sorry. Okay. Well, I know. I'll do the introduction then, and you can say, "But it's Jeslin" or something. We'll do that.
All right. Let's roll with that. But actually, otherwise, aside from the VPs, aside from some of the map controls, stats look pretty even at the moment.
Just map control, but that can be swung around. Hulksmash has had good preservation levels. But saying that, Dan, I can't believe it. It's the demented tractor from the Urals, the rocket artillery of Hades. The Stalin organ is going to sing a pretty ditty, and it's going to be possibly a catastrophe for Hulksmash.
Yep, I like this choice. This is a sensible choice. This is kind of a, I'm winning and know that you're putting a lot into defense right now. Let's make that difficult with some indirect fire. And here comes the first shot now. Typical Jeslin.
On the T-34, by the way. The T-34 goes down. The Katusha plummets into the sky. The sniper needs to watch out here.
This is the problem with Jeslin using these indirect fire units, is that he always uses them at max range. And there's, It's not just the fact that the spread of the fire is larger. It's also that actually it just takes longer for the shots to travel. Your opponent has more time to react. You know, you want to be close range and you want to get that surprise off. And, you know, Jesselin's got map control. Why not push it?
Yeah.
Never understand that.
He's always been doing this. Does he not watch our casts? Does he not watch our casts?
I don't know. More people should watch our casts.
He can't do, because we make this point every game that Jesselin plays with Rocket Artillery. Why max range? By the way, so during that Katusha barrage, if you didn't quite catch it, the T-34 did die to the Telemine and the Pak-40 combo, which, if Hulksmash had some kind of maybe Tiger coming out soon, that would be a really good move. Just a shame that he doesn't. That isn't a possibility for him.
I'm actually very surprised. I'm very surprised Jesselin didn't minesweep that area of the field, because he seems to have done everything else. That seems to be the key place that you'd find a Telemine. I think he probably let himself down there by not moving that in. It's been there for the whole game, you know. It's
yeah. It is difficult to get the minesweepers up in the grill. Up in that position. You know, the minesweepers it's great at flanking and minesweeping on the perimeter of the map and the peripherals, but maybe wouldn't have been in a position to see it. Saying that, Dan, it is just a wait for Tiger game by Hulksmash. He's gone for an incredible build with all these defensive weapons. One mortar, 2 MGs, 2 packs, and now a sniper. You can't get much more supportive with your play than that. The Katusha should be the perfect counter for it, but we've seen Jesselin's Katusha usage, and we're not impressed. Is the Tiger going to be the breakthrough unit that could make a historic upset victory here?
Well, I don't know what Jesselin is doing. He's got a great point on the field. You would think, let's get those vehicles rolling really quickly, let's keep that front line up, and let's make use of that indirect fire. But actually, he's spending way too much time off the field right now. These shots with the Katusha are quite frankly useless. Why build a unit if you're not going to use it properly?
What is that?
This is what I know of Jesselin. This is why, unfortunately, it doesn't excite me when I see what I think is a good build selection. That being said, though, he's going to bring out the Su-85.
Good idea.
He's outmatched in infantry now, so Hulksmash has a good advantage here.
He does. He's got 3 LMG Grenadiers, Veterancy 3, of course, giving the better weapon cooldown, the Panzerfaust recharge bonus, and received accuracy buff. So they become beasts on the battlefield, quite frankly. They can take damage, they deal it out thanks to their Vet 2 40% accuracy buff, and they're just able to really put down the hurt.
It's going to be a nice rifle grenade here on the right, Grenadiers. Jesselin, no reaction there at the start. Mortar nearly finishes it off. That Mortar starting to do some work. It's about to hit Vet 2 soon. Here's the Su-85. We've seen Jesselin use focus fire on this great in some of the previous games. Look at him, desperate to close those VPs. He's trying everything he can to get the decaps.
2 Pak-40s sally forth. They are spotted by the Penal Battalion in the building there. And what's this? Nice Sturmovik attack.
Yeah, crucial. I think he could see that Hulksmash was just about to spring into action there, try and get some shots with the AT guns on the Su-85, and it's a good counter tool. Left side of the map is now really, really open, and it's just going to stop Hulksmash doing anything whilst Jesselin goes back to his base. So, not used offensively, but used very well defensively. Look at Jesselin lining up the sniper shot.
I tell you what though, it's an anti-air mode right now pretty much, and certainly took some shots, I guess. Oh, here's the third Katusha barrage. On the base exit, finally hit something. Everybody, the Katusha now has a few kills. That's pretty exciting. Wow.
Always, yeah. Not sure how I feel about that. Panzer Grenadiers. This is a... See, I don't mind this. Right, he's got the infantry advantage. He can rely on the Grenadiers to push the field. Then he can, you know, he's got tactical movement. It's only 14 initially. He can run in and really, really, really push down the Su-85. And Jesselin's getting mines down, which I think is a really good idea to stop that happening.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's you're bang on This tactical movement with the Shreks could really finish off that Katusha. That would be really exciting. But we haven't really seen Hulksmash be that aggressive yet. He's been very Talisman-esque in his play. He just seems to want to wear his opponent down and build up a strategic dominance. And who's to say that it won't work? You know, it certainly seems like it might have legs. Currently, by the way, waiting for 640 manpower to get the Tiger out, which will send him very close to pop cap, in fact. If he has to stay at 79 because he won't be able to get it out. There he goes, 78. He can't reinforce anything else now.
Look at the movement from Hulksmash right now. Oh, great rifle grenade! Can he clear up the engineers? Yes, he can. That was a really, really important rifle grenade. He's still going to run onto the VP. That's classic point for mines. And maybe he could be attacking the map a little better without minesweepers. But otherwise, I mean, look at the tactical map.
Look at this from the Shreks as well. He's pushed up with the Panzer Shreks. I tell you, it's a coiled spring ready to strike. And he may have lulled Jezelin into a false sense of security with this one.
I think so, but I think Jezelin is and has given him way too much time to play. He had a really good position where he's pushing, and just isn't... He's not living up to that. He's kind of letting Hulksmash get more powerful, and now a Tiger added into this is just going to be... It's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
It really is. And here he comes. Krupstal's finest, Hitler's wet dream, the answer to the T-34 and KV dilemma offered to the Germans in the early war was to build a big-ass tank, and here it is.
Yeah, and Jezelin should be able to hear that. There he is, going to get his first sight on him now. First shot counts. Pretty sure that shell exclusively hit one penal. Very, very painful. And Jezelin's going to answer it with a KV-1. I think that's a good choice, actually. KV-1 to tank Su-85 to deal with those long-range hits, and then he's just got to work up his infantry. But again, if he doesn't get this Katusha usage right, if he doesn't get like big impact off from using that unit, then he's constantly going to get pushed back.
I love that shot by the Tiger to take out the building. I know it didn't kill many Guards troops there, but it's certainly good. And that Hulksmash's army right now is looking awesome. He's got 94 pop cap. He's got so much vet on his Grenadiers. We've already talked about how good Veterancy 3 Grenadiers are. And to be honest, I think the meta of this game is now the Tiger. The Tiger at Veterancy 0 is very good. Tiger at Veterancy 3 is the harbinger of death and the brinker of destruction. So, I'll tell you what though, that was a nice shot. Will the LMG Grenadiers finish him off?
Yeah, the Tiger is good, it's just slow, you know. It's like you have to support it, but Hulksmash has the army to support it. You know, normally you see players come in, what have they got? Just some Grenadiers and some AT guns, great. You know, but Hulksmash actually has a huge investment into Tier 1, Tier 2, and it's the perfect complement for a, you know, big old Tiger to sit slightly behind the wings and just blast infantry.
Fourth Katusha, or fifth Katusha barrage, this time hits the mortar a little bit. And just a great retreat by Hulksmash. He's making the Katusha look silly right now, quite frankly. And a poor investment. Faust doesn't damage, and that is a Co-1 player, because it would have damaged if it was Co-1. Nice by the Tiger and the Pak-40s, working in unison. Su-85 goes forward. Bad mistake, Jezelin. What are you doing? Here comes the IL-2. Will it remedy the mistake?
This IL-2, I think, has threatened Hulksmash a little too much. Sorry, I can barely speak here. I'm just a little bit stunned that he did decide to move those AT guns with clear shots on the Su-85. I thought that was a really good moment to take both of those units
Tiger
down.
Sally's fourth. We've got the Panzer Grenadiers with their Panzer Shreks. Are they ready to strike? Tactical movement is a possibility. 40 munitions. Does he want to do it? Tiger goes fourth. Another big shot on the Klement Verashilov tank. We've got a Faust in. It's got a damaged engine. Will the Tiger finish it off? Looks likely.
There's one thing that will save this KV-1. It's elevation. Those shots are going to be hitting the VP because of the hill. Famous KO2 feature there. That's going to be the savior for the KV-1. And that's kind of unfortunate, to be honest. I think he deserved to take down both of those units. But, you know, this is one of these things in Company Heroes 2. You have to play with what the game gives you. This hill, it's a lifesaver for a tank
Yeah, I
engagement.
don't think Jesulin used the hill. I think he was lucky, quite frankly. But Hulksmash does have one thing to show for it. That is that well, two things. He kept all of the units involved in that engagement alive. He didn't lose anything. He didn't throw anything. It wasn't a bad trade. Second thing, he did manage to cap the 3rd victory point for a time, and he's managed to solidify his territories elsewhere. So in terms of map control, he's done okay. So he might be a little bit annoyed, but having spoken to him before, he's one of the coolest, calmest people you'll ever meet. So I think he's just going to continue.
Again, what are we seeing the Katusha? You know, at least he's on target.
Hulksmash is outplaying him though, isn't he? Just outplaying him. And I must say, Dan, I'm somebody that enjoys both games. Co2, Co1. I didn't like Co2 in the first game. I now acknowledge it's nearly as good as the first game. But I have a big soft spot for the players I watched when I was a fan. Before I was a caster or a tournament organizer, I watched the tournaments. I watched the 2v2 tournaments, the 1v1 tournaments, anything Ami Pulitsai Funk did, anything Ipkai Funk did, I was there, I was watching. And Hulksmash for me, in like 2012, was like the next big player. It was always sad when I never saw these players play Co2. I always felt, oh, yeah, it is a bit shit, but maybe hang around, it might turn around good. So I do enjoy the fact that we're now seeing Hulksmash finally play in a big 1v1 tournament, and I was right to hype him up. I was right to say, hang on a sec, chat, watch what he does, because it might surprise you. And it just feels good to me. It's just a nice feeling, and I'm happy to bring you his gameplay.
There are a couple of issues, though, for Hulksmash, which kind of subvert my attention a little bit. One of them is actually he is pop-capped, and I don't know if you've seen him. I mean, he's actually going to kill the scout car. That might help. Lose the scout car. That might help him out. But he's been pop-capped. He hasn't been able to reinforce all his units on the field, so he's fighting with some kind of, like half-formed squads and suffering for it. SU-85 needs to be very, very careful here that these two AT guns don't set up. And of course, one of them is Veteran C1. Target weak point would stun the SU-85 long enough.
Would. Tell you what they've done, the Katusha's only got 6 seconds left on his barrage. So, yeah, and the IL-2's down. He's really got to be careful here. This could be horrific for Hulksmash. He's got to reverse out of there as fast as little legs will carry him.
KV1's maybe trying to get some kind of advantage out of this. He doesn't want to go too far up against the Tiger. One of the planes get taken down then? Was it the scout car? Is it the scout car? No, the scout car's dead. What took down the... Oh, it'll be the Pintle of the Tiger. This thing's really paying for itself in this game, isn't it?
It is. Nearly at Veteran C1, by the way, 12 kills, and that'll, of course, give it its Blitzkrieg ability. But it's all about getting to Veteran C2, which is 20% accuracy buff, minus 20% scatter, which makes it great at wiping units. Then at Veteran C3, it gets 4 different bonuses, and I'll talk about them later if we see it. What's this KV1 doing? Getting aggressive.
Well, Jezelin needs to be really careful here. Jezelin is at 100 pop cap now. And the KV1s have eaten into that hugely. If you look at how much is on the field, how much pop cap are they providing? It's crazy. Oh, the Katusha's penetrating!
It is indeed. Hitting the tank from its roof there. Even though there statistically isn't a roof, but still, it looks cool. And it's historically authentic, even if not actually intended. But again, it's not really killed much. Katusha's now finally gotten to Veteran C1, but certainly not killed that much.
Hulksmash is losing some units now, though. I'm just really interested that Jezelin's pop capped. Is it really so?
We've got 2 KV1s now.
14. That's so it's nearly 30 pop cap eaten up on KV1s, which I think is how much is the SU-85 just out of interest? 15. Oh wow. So it's not different, but those all
increased in the last patch. A lot of the heavy tanks were increased in pop cap. Meaning you have to be a little bit more delicate with what you do.
I guess it kind of supports that they want, the Soviets to be this huge infantry-based faction, conscripts, guards, everything else. These are serious eat-ups into manpower. But here's that Tiger again. SU-85 is defended by the KV-1, which is tanking some of the damage. And if Jezelin can...
with a great shot in. Here come the PAC-40s, though, coming through the centre. KV-1s have to be a little bit more careful. Katusha is on recharge, so it can't help out right now. We also have Stuka Strafe ready to go, support. Oh, what's the Tiger doing? It's repairing with the Pioneers. It's very dangerous, though, and gets taken out!
Question is, though, JU-87s Now trying to focus in on those. They're not going to be strong enough to get them. That was a big play.
It was a big play, and it was unfortunate Hulksmash decided to try and repair on the battlefield. A little bit too aggressive there, and the Tiger, you know, can't be used like that. You can't expect it to soak up damage from a KV-1 and an SU-85 and live to tell the tale.
No, you've got to be using that with the AT guns, like on attack move, I think. You have to have that kind of push where there's a lot doing work for you. I think we've got Battle of Britain going on in the sky here.
Yeah.
Katusha's trying to get some rockets into the sky to maybe take down one of these planes. I have seen it happen before. And again, what's Jeslin doing? He's actually going for the base. And
Not a bad idea.
Nearly getting some good shots off.
Nearly destroyed the bunker as well, so not a bad idea from Hulksmash. I think Hulksmash is finding out the hard way that, to be honest, he's being hard countered. He's been hard countered because the Katusha is starting to... What happened to the Katusha? The Katusha was wiped out by the Stuka?
Where was that?
The Stuka wiped out the Katusha!
Where? Where?
Well, it's dead.
Where was it? Is that it there? Is that a plane crash? Did the plane crash?
No way. Is that plane part? So let's get the aircraft investigation kit out, Dan. Try and find the black box.
CSI, we've got an issue here down at Crossroads. Can we get down and do some analysis on these armor plates? Thank you.
Probably the Stuka, wasn't it?
It must have been. I can't see it being anything else.
So there you go.
It is a tractor with rockets. I mean, maybe one malfunctioned and it just blew up.
Yeah,
maybe it got stuck in the rails, just blew the whole thing up.
It flew across the ground into the house like 9/11 style. Panzer Grenadiers haven't really done that much down. Haven't been able to do what they were lauded as doing, which was tack moving into the place and doing what they needed to do.
Good hits on. Good hits on. I'm being told it was by the cut-off house. It was hugely out of the range of Ju-87s, which famously do fly where they want to fly.
Oh, did you not find it on your screen?
I found wreckage here, but I think that's from an earlier engagement.
It's clearly there. It's right next to the house, just north of the cut-off.
Sorry,
I didn't realise you didn't see it. My bad. Nice rifle laid on the northwest there, defending this MG42 that was decrewed. Hulksmash is still defending Dan, but I just don't think he has what it takes to win the big engagements, I must admit. I think that Jeslin seems to have a little bit of an edge there, and that edge might be embodied by the Veterancy 2 SU-85.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be sensible to bring on another Tiger. Then again, you know, it's... Lightning War can work really well when you do have the Panzerschrecks on the Panzer Grenadiers. You know, it's, if he makes a good push, stun from an AT gun, you've got the rockets firing, you know, Tiger maybe needs to focus more on wiping infantry than engagements against tanks. But I'd still say he's in it. I'd still say he has an opportunity. But Jeslin needs to focus right now as the VP. He's got a great opportunity to focus on the VP game. Instead, he's actually losing the VPs. The one thing he doesn't want to happen.
No, he doesn't. KV-1s versus Panzerschrecks. Usually know who wins that one, but by the way, we also have relief infantry called in. So Hulksmash trying to recoup some of his losses there. Not sure that's... Yeah, it's not a bad idea now he's lost so much pop cap, I guess. He's now down to 60, so he might as well do that.
I mean, God, KV-1s are such a sensible choice. You know, like, even the Pack 40 deflects so many hits. They're just a perfect thing to just take hits whilst that SU-85 does damage. Veterancy is also a big player here. I mean, I'm interested to know what the guards are doing on Vet 3 that makes them so powerful. But they should be the frontline runners here. And they'll also be able to button the Tiger, allowing extra time for the SU-85 to come in.
Yeah, so Guard's Vet 3 is pretty crazy. It's 30% increased duration to the button ability. Minus 20% weapon cooldown, minus 25% received accuracy, and plus 14% accuracy. But 30% extra on button is really good.
That's a long time. So yeah, guards going to be really, really important players here. It's enough time for the KV1s to flank. That's how much time that is.
Absolutely is. Pioneer's going west to cap the fuel. He is sitting on 1 victory point right now, but Hulksmash is about to drop below 100 victory points. Had to extend my point there, though.
Still keeping that. You notice the sniper game is still going on. We still got hold fire for Hulksmash. He's waiting for Jeslin to make a mistake with that sniper. It's still a big game because the pop caps are still very high for both players. So a decent play from either could be deciding. There's still time for it. You know, it'd be a lot more worrying if there were no resources, if the pop caps were low. But Hulksmash needs to figure out exactly how he's going to approach the map right now. He's taking 2 AT guns in the Tiger on the left-hand side, and I think infantry then pushing the center. It's not a bad idea. You know, it really isn't a bad idea. It hasn't got the Katusha to worry about anymore.
He hasn't got the Katusha to worry about, and to be honest, I know we were lamenting Jesulin's Katusha usage, but it was actually pretty decent for the build he was up against, so I wouldn't be against him rebuilding that. Saying that though, he is at 100 out of 100 pop cap. Tiger the second, not Tiger 2, Tiger the second. Oh god, look at these Panzer. We now have the tactical movement, we now have the Panzerschrecks, we now have the Su-85 trying to get out of there.
Yeah, it's a really nice movement. Got to be careful of the guards, though. He doesn't want to lose this squad. Doesn't look like the MG. Oh, it's not an MG. That's Grenadiers, and that'll be why. That's a bit risky with that Panzer Grenadier, and he needs that unit. Really needs that unit. Fortunately, there is suppression from the MG42. IL-2's called in again. Oh. Look at the Tiger trying to do huge work here. 80 guns, I think, need to stay in this engagement. He can't risk losing the Tiger if that Su-85 puts its head back into the engagement. But I think he's found the right formation to win this. I think Tiger with the 2 pack guns like that is the perfect counter to the KV1 play with the 85. Jeslin, I think, is making a mistake going back in.
Now the Katusha's off the battlefield, I agree with you. Before, with the IL-2 and the Katusha, I think he was hard countered. But now, he's got the 2 packs and the Tiger. It may just work. And Jesulin's obviously at pop cap, so we'll have to wait and see. I have to say, Dan, what was my prediction? Do you remember? Not to be too egotistical, but I did make a good one.
For Hulksmash to win?
No! I said this would be a 40-minute plus game and Jeslin would win on victory points, but we'd all be surprised by how well Hulksmash plays.
That is true, yeah. I didn't doubt him.
These guards on the victory point here, doing a good job surviving. Got incredibly good received accuracy buff with those that veterancy they tote. Able to just sit there and soak up damage, except from mortars, of course.
Not really sure why Hulksmash is focusing on capping territory points right now. It's like the last thing he needs to be doing. He's actually just used some munitions to get tactical movement on. I think this is a bad idea because, you know, the right could be mined. What are we waiting for? Center, let's have a quick look. We've got the Panzerschrecks and the Panzer Grenadiers. They're going to try and push some of the tanks off. And here comes the AT gun as well. Do we have any usage of target weak point? Missing an opportunity here.
Maybe.
Here it is.
Panzerschrecks are still going forward. Now we've got the Pack 14 perfect position. The Tiger's pushing in. This could be good. We've also got a Faust possibly. Well, he doesn't realise it doesn't cause engine damage at 100% health, but never mind. Let's pretend that we didn't see that. Continued use barrages from these packs now.
Oh, do you know what? He's missing so many opportunities for not using target weak point. I'm glad.
I'll tell you what, though. That pack did not miss the opportunity there. Finally, he gets a vehicle wipe. Dan, is Hulksmash getting into this game?
I think he is. I think he's missing some tricks, but by brute force and perseverance, he's definitely in with a chance. Jeslin does, of course, have the resources to get that KV1 back on the field and stunt any loss he might have felt there. But what a tense game. What a tense game. Minesweepers need to make sure they're ahead of the Tiger. Really doesn't want to hit a mine here.
Really needs to protect it better. Tiger is getting leery, he's getting aggressive, wants to get some lovely juicy squad wipes off on these guards. And the double pack combination is really becoming a treat. And also there's also now Ostrupin on the field. And as mentioned in the earlier series, Ostrupin are great for recrewing packs.
Oh, this is going to be a long game, isn't it? I'm not going to lie to you. I needed the bathroom at about 20 minutes.
Put it on follow camera. Put on follow camera Jesulin, and I'll cast.
Do you want me to do an overview, like a big...
No, just put it on follow camera Jesulin, and I'll cast them. It's fine. I do it all the time.
Okay, no worries. No, we're on that now.
So here we go. We've got the IL-2 coming down. Jesulin's trying to figure out where that sniper is. He wants it. He wants it bad. Got the guards in the centre. He's pushed away the Tiger, keeping it at bay. Grenadiers hiding behind green cover. Jesulin's hungry. You can see it with his camera movements. He's just, by the way... In fact, is that a loss on the central victory point? I think it may have been. Sniper's down and dirty. Getting some great shots off. MG's just been built for Hulksmash, by the way. Oh, Dan didn't put it on follow camera, did he? He would listen to me. I don't know why he doesn't sometimes. 2 packs are back in base. Everything's back in base, to be honest, for Hulksmash right now. It's been hard pushed away by the IL-2. Oh, I see. He's following that guard. I see what he's doing now. Oh, he followed when he... yeah, he didn't realise followed player camera. It's a bit of a difference. Hulksmash's victory points now are dropping down below 50.
I'm back.
Yeah, that Dan's back. Hello, Dan.
Hello there.
You followed a unit. I see what you did. That's interesting.
Yeah, I was going to leave it on like the centre. I had a feeling it might follow a unit back to base. Follow player cam messes
camera,
the...
That's what I meant.
Yeah, it messes the overlay. So.
No bad, no worries, okay. Anyway, so the situation is thus. We've just had Hulksmash drop below 50 victory points. He has strategic control, but not map control.
Just kind of getting back into this, seeing the damage that has been done. And it's this KV1 trying to make a flank at the moment. AT guns are not in a good position. This could be a good moment.
It's a big moment. Tiger's reversing. Pat 40's firing. Pats have to turn around here. The Tiger's getting eaten alive by that KV1. Here come the Pats. Will they wipe out the veterans? 2 KV1.
There is no snare available. There's a Grenadier in the base. But it's going to be a little late. KV1 only needs to get one more penetrating shot.
It missed!
No.
You've got to be kidding me right now. The Tiger's got a... Oh my god, it's out of control. The Tiger's taken out of control. If the Panzerfaust hadn't have missed, the KV1 wouldn't have made it around the headquarters building. That is a shame.
No, that would have been saved. That would have been saved. How unfortunate. However, Hulksmash has the fuel, but not the manpower.
He's got a... Oh, there you go. Panzer Shreks. But in the centre, it's combat engineers versus the MG. It's all about the manpower... the infantry meta right now. Now the big tanks have been taken out. Here comes an IL-2. Jesulin clicks the button.
What a tense game. What a tense game. And even at this stage, even without the Tiger, it's still possible for Hulksmash to do this. He's got the anti-tank capabilities. He's got the anti-infantry advantage. Got those Panzer Shreks. Very, very important. And he's still got that sniper. In fact, that sniper battle is still going on 47 minutes into the game. That's a great bundle grenade on those guards.
Bundle nade there. These guards are a difficult proposition. There's no STGs on those Panzer Grenadiers now. They have to use the Shreks. But the Grenadiers are in perfect position. The KV-1 almost blocks the retreating guards there.
I'm kind of screaming, oh please use target weak point, please! Like all of this could be fixed.
Begging you.
Please!
2 Panzer Shreks, will they finish the job? Will they finish it? They've got to fire, they've got to finish this KV-1 off. The pack has been taken out. The KV-1's now taking out the Panzer Grenadiers in turn, crushes them under tread.
This is a balls of steel engagement. They had to last it under the IL-2. MG getting some good suppression there. It's now down to the Pioneers. Why do they prioritize the Penal Battalion? Oh my god!
Vector 3 pack is taken out, and with that, Jesulin has clearly won this game.
Wow.
But balls of steel by Hulksmash there. He couldn't quite make it work due to, I think, lack of experience in Code 2, but I think he's shown us just what a great company of heroes player he is in general. He's definitely had a fantastic game here.
He has, and you know, with a little more attention to some of the game's abilities and what it has to offer, I think he could have beaten Jesulin, no doubt about that. Still more games to go in the series, still more opportunities.
Yep.
It's going to be a long series, though, eh? I'll tell you that.
No, it really is. It's Talisman-esque gameplay here. 50 minutes nearly, and Hulksmash still hasn't quit. He still wants this, but if you look at his army size, he has every right to continue this. He has 50 pop caps still. He's getting the Ostrupen in the circle. He's keeping those 8 victory points alive.
He can, though.
40
I still think he's got some advantage. Now, my worry is, what is Hulksmash doing right now? I think he's saving for another Tiger. This could be a mistake. He still has infantry advantage. He can recrew things. He can get those AT guns back. Needs to get those AT guns back. Actually, if he's going to go for a Tiger again, I don't think it's a good idea.
No, I don't think it was a good idea the first time or the second time. I think the Tiger, I've just got to say, I think it's a little bit underpowered in this current the current meta. It has been for about a year and a half now, in 1 versus 1 especially. I mean, the IS-2 is not as bad as I originally thought it was, but I still stand by the fact that I think the Tiger's still underpowered.
Grenade on the retreat path. The IL-2 may finish it off. Lucky escape. Oh, it does!
Ah! Amazing.
There's that Tiger.
In there.
There's that Tiger we're looking at.
Third
time lucky. That's where this phrase comes from.
The Tiger. Yeah, third Tiger lucky indeed. Let's see if he does any better with this one.
Oh, he struggled with the Su-85 at vanilla. You know what I mean? 0 veterancy. He's going to have a serious issue with it at Vet 3. That thing is going to be firing shells constantly.
He's playing crazy now, though, isn't he? He's playing crazy. He's literally going, like, full, just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, you know. And
this is Jesulin's just won chess here. Seriously, look at that. All infantry back in the base for Hulksmash. He's going to be able to take one of these VPs easily. Draws the Tiger off to the left VP, and that's easily going to allow Machine Gun and Su-85 to take those last VPs away. It's already ticking after the neutralization. Let's watch this Su-85 just clear up the Tiger.
There's a
curling shots.
Su-85, of course, with
Sorry, did I say
already better penetration, but look at that pushing away. Look at the penetration it has. Look at the rate of fire. Look at that range. Look at that self-spotting. The Tiger is hard countered by Vector C3 Su-85. It's not even close.
There it is. Good game. 52 minutes. Game 1 will be Jesulin, though, and it wasn't easy for him, so let's have a look how he handles Axis in game 2. All right, we are back. What a great game. Some of the series today have been fantastic, especially
really
the
have.
second round as well. Is really good, and obviously very privileged to be able to cast 2